Hello, everyone. Welcome into another episode of Going Into Friday, or our little midweek recaps. I will apologize, though. We are a day late. We're filming this on a Friday, not on Thursday, so you're going to get this probably Friday afternoon, maybe even a Saturday morning. We will see. You'll find out. But we are here. We are going to recap the week and what the hell is going on. Welcome in, Huddy. Dom will not make it in this video, but that is okay. We've got more than enough to talk about between the two of us. How are we feeling? What are we seeing, Huddy? And what are we doing?
Nice. Hey everyone, how's it going? We have kind of an interesting market here. There's a lot moving. It feels strong. It feels bullish. It feels like we're seeing a lot happen. First and foremost, I think you got the SPY up, but I was gonna maybe reference Bitcoin.
Sure.
This is the week that Bitcoin made all new time highs, right?
It
I,
did.
I believe that happened this week.
Yep, 100%.
So that's pretty cool to see. And then, our kind of job as day traders, I don't necessarily trade Bitcoin, but people ask me all the time, do I trade crypto? The answer is no, but I do trade stocks that correlate to Bitcoin's price movement when Bitcoin is extremely volatile. We did get kind of that cause and effect here this week in the markets. I'm talking specifically towards MTPLF.
Crazy
And
mover
this is
this
the stuff
week.
that people, huh?
Crazy mover this week.
And this is what the thing I think most people miss. Like, when you're in our world and you're in small cap, like you have insane runners, you have decent volume, and you have actionable chart patterns that, whether long or short, like Kyle and I have been making a living off of this kind of stuff for 10 years. An amazing breakout in MTPLF over the 470 area, went 2 days further, up 200, 300%, whatever the number is. And then from there, if you know the frameworks, if you know your patterns, you have a number of other decent opportunities as it goes through its cycle and its ebbs and flows. I know Kyle, you had some good trades on it this week, and we were all over it in the room, and just amazing to see. If you guys don't know, this is like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle, this is like the Japanese MSTR.
Yes. Yep.
So just another one of those stocks to definitely keep an eye on as long as Bitcoin is strong. This one has been good for this week, and it really stole the show in terms of small cap if you were on top of it.
Yeah, this one's a little bit unique too because it is OTC, so you're kind of getting like crypto slash Bitcoin volatility on an OTC, which is a bit different because we're used to something like MSTR, which was really good back in November, but MTPLF or MTPL, yeah, right. I always forget the ticker. A little bit difficult because most brokers that I was aware of had difficulties routing because normally foreign tickers with the F. They route them to like Canada. Most foreign tickers are in Canada. This one's based in Japan. So the only broker that I personally have that could actually trade it was E-Trade. So I actually traded as a dip buy, panic dip buy on yesterday. Made like $9,000, but I actually missed this breakout, which I'm pretty annoyed about because it was just insane. The gap ability, so to speak, is wild now, but also the downside, right? In terms of the highs to the lows, we're right back down where we started. So kind of nuts, but we're happy to have it here because it's an insane opportunity.
The other
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to kind of bleed right into Fannie Mae here. The other insane OTC opportunity of the
Yep.
week was Fannie Mae. I'll let Kyle kind of talk most about this, but this is again just another one of those really cool circumstances where if you're in small cap, you understand OTCs. Every now and again, there's a unicorn that comes trotting around, and Fannie Mae has definitely been one of the better tickers for us at Clover to have been trading for the past, I don't know, decade. But even right now, it's very volatile and going through an interesting cycle.
Yeah. I couldn't be any more happy with how I don't want to say I'm like calling it, right? I don't really care if I call it or not, but literally, excuse me, literally in January, we released a YouTube video that I made on the Clover channel talking about Fannie Mae being one of the hottest stocks of 2025. And I just went into the whole conservative thesis and what I think might happen. So not going to get too into detail. That go feel free to watch that video. But lo and behold, the underlying thesis is that the Trump administration wants to get this thing out of conservatorship. And literally going into Thursday or Wednesday afternoon when the market was closed, Trump posts about Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac on his Truth Social account saying how he wants to get it out of conservatorship. So naturally, this thing gaps up from the sevens all the way up to the tens, ends up closing above 11, gapping down today because we do have some overall market negative news about more tariffs that Trump also mentioned. So he's kind of flopping back and forth with his news and stuff. But the point is, it's just, yeah, like an awesome opportunity. The same reason why it's gapping up the last 2 days is the same reason why it ran from, the threes to the sevens. So this further possible exit of conservative, it continues to be the driver for this thing. And so it would not shock me to see this continue to have upward momentum in the coming weeks, months, etc. So nothing to do with it now, right? I am still long when I'm just holding tight, just kind of a small red day today. So we'll see where it goes in the future. But some other plays, the quantums, right? QUBT today.
Quantum theme is hot.
Yeah, quantum is hot. Unfortunately, I did miss this breakout. Otherwise, I'd be long as we're filming this video, but unfortunately not. I missed my 13 buy, and we're up to 14 now. But we have RGTI. That one's up to 14s from 12s and 11s just a day or two ago. But of course, the biggest winner of them all, QBTS, all-time highs, running from 8 to 19 now. Just insane. And again, unfortunately, if you followed along with how I trade quantums, I'm usually pretty bad at it. And so in natural fashion, I have not captured any significant profits on the long side on any of these, which is frustrating. But the opportunity is there. You guys can be better than I can and catch some of these massive moves. So they're there and probably will be around for quite some longer time. Anything else on your watch from this week, Huddy?
No, we've had some, just random, like in small cap, you just get these stocks that randomly pop off and go quite far. Like today, right now, I'm kind of looking at LTRY, lottery.com, having kind of a 200% move in the past 3 days. Before LTRY was SYTA, another stock that had a 300% move in a matter of days. Um, this happens in small cap pretty much weekly, and it provides opportunity for us. Was there anything else I think there was one more? EDBL.
Yeah, EDBL.
Another one, just putting in kind of a wacky chart. And again, it's like these types of charts that we like to focus on where stocks like doing nothing, then all of a sudden all this volume pours in and it starts to form some type of structure. That's what usually creates good opportunity for us. So those are kind of stocks that we were watching for this week. I'll probably not be watching them into next week, but they're in the orbit right now.
Yeah, but look good. I made some money on EBTL shorting, which has been actually rare for me. I've made a lot of money long though recently, but did have a good overnight short on EDBL into this red day, but have not touched it today. So opportunities everywhere. Not sure I see much else at the moment, but stay tuned for our watch list video to likely go out on Sunday or Monday. But yes, Monday is a holiday, so trading will be live back to normal schedule on Tuesday. But stay tuned for the watch or the tickers we're watching going into next week. Obviously, again, like I said, a lot of opportunity out there. So stay tuned, stay focused, stay in the game, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye.